Performing an action on a traditional blockchain requires a user to micromanage the entire process. You select the smart contract, define the routing path, and pay a direct gas fee for every single turn of computation the network performs. This setup treats native tokens like digital oil. They are consumable commodities used to pay miners and validators for processing specific step-by-step instructions. ANOMA replaces this model with the intent. An intent is a signed digital message where a user declares a desired end state and their constraints, such as trade 1 ETH for at least 2,000 USDC, without specifying the technical path to get there. These intents are picked up by solvers. Solvers are specialized algorithmic actors who compete to find the most efficient execution route and liquidity sources to fulfill the user's request. If users no longer pay miners to process specific instructions, the network requires a different mechanism to maintain its infrastructure. This leads to the central question of XAN's utility. Defining XAN requires looking past the standard blockchain playbook. It requires a category that accounts for a system where the user does not pay for the work directly. The ANOMA crypto-economic system utilizes XAN through a mechanism called time variable staking. This chart shows how XAN operates like a treasury bond. Users lock their tokens for configurable durations, scaling up their governance power in the network. This accumulated power is used to regulate distribution streams, programmatic token flows directed toward the entities keeping the network functional. One primary target for these streams is protocol adapters, smart contracts allowing ANOMA applications to settle transactions and access state on external chains like Ethereum or Solana. The second target for these emissions is the solver network, the actors performing the off-chain computation and counterparty discovery. These streams provide the incentive for solvers to find optimal routes. Because the network subsidizes the infrastructure through these flows, the end user is relieved of paying a direct gas fee at the point of execution. XAN acts as a decentralized valve, programmatically regulating the flow of economic value to the infrastructure that sustains the network. Relying on third-party solvers across multiple chains requires a stable economic environment. If token prices are too volatile, the risk of executing a cross-chain trade can become too high for these actors to manage. To mitigate this, ANOMA uses a metastability mechanism. The protocol maintains a reserve holding XAN on one side and a mix of foreign assets like USDC or Ethereum on the other. This reserve acts as an automated market maker with wide spreads, designed to absorb short-term price shocks and output a smooth trendline, ensuring the internal economy remains predictable. As the reserve collects external assets from trading fees, it can provide zero-interest loans to XAN bondholders. This allows participants to access liquidity backed by foreign assets without selling their staked positions. This mechanism replaces the role of a central bank, creating an environment where algorithmic solvers can operate with consistent security regardless of external market conditions. The evidence suggests XAN fits into a category separate from previous blockchain tokens. It functions as a mechanism for collective resource management. XAN is itself a programmable coordination tool. It's engineered to regulate a network's economy, directing capital to the infrastructure required for automated trade. This model allows the network to function without the pay-per-compute model that limits the complexity of older blockchains. The framework aligns user incentives, external protocol adapters, and algorithmic solvers, ensuring operations scale across multiple chains simultaneously. By balancing these diverse technical needs, XAN enables a self-sustaining system for digital barter, one that prioritizes the user's declared outcome over the technical hurdles of execution.